Hello and welcome to Stitch Therapy. My name is Campbell Eccles. Welcome. Guys, thank you for joining me today. You will be seeing this on February 11th, 2025. I'm not keeping track of my numbers of my YouTube's, like which number video it is. I don't know if this is 14, 15, somewhere. I'm in the teens. I'm a teenager. I'm a teenage video maker. Okay, I wish. Anyway, today I've got a couple things I want to do for you. I want to give you an update on Eden. I am still on page 42. A lot's been going on. As you saw from the last video, I have developed a stitchy room. I have a craft loft now. So that took a couple weeks. And then I went down the rabbit hole. It's Black History Month, and I went down the rabbit hole, and I bought a new pattern, and I'm going to talk about that. And I also found a quote from Maya Angelou, and I would like to develop a sampler this month with this quote. In order to do that, I was anyway, I'll get into that. I had to go to her copyright. Everything that Maya Angelou wrote or spoke is copywritten. And so there is an estate, her estate, and I emailed them and asked them if I could use the quote, which is not very often. I hadn't heard it. I found it in one of her writings, in one of her article writings, and I really wanted to put it in my own personal sampler in her honor, because I just think she was an amazing woman. So yeah, so I'll talk a little bit about that. And then at the end of this video, I want to talk to you about an organization that is really, really important to our family, especially to my nephew Daniel, who is now a young man at the University of Pennsylvania, and who is going to be a counselor at a Camp Kesem, where he and his sister Molly were supported during my brother's 10-year journey through cancer and his eventual death. And this is a really important, wonderful place. And with your permission, I'm going to put the video on here. You will see the link for the video in the description, but I think I'm gonna, if YouTube will let me, I just bought Premiere, so if they'll let me use the video, I will try and put it at the end of this video so that you can actually see what's going on at Camp Kesem. There's a promotional video, which is wonderful for them. My nephew Daniel is he's currently going to be a camp counselor there, and he's raising money in the honor of my brother's name. So there's a fund that you can donate under Tucker Eccles, or you can donate just for anybody that you have lost. You can put their name down as a gift in their honor. The donations go to these kids. It's 100% free, this camp, and it is from kids all over the country. It's not just kids in wherever the camp is. It's absolutely... It's for all kids across the continental United States, and it's a really wonderful organization. And when you see the video about Camp Kesem, I think what the kids say about it, and it's in their own words, you'll get it. You'll get it. Anyway, that's going to be at the end of this video, okay? So, okay, well, let's dive in. Let me show you my first new exploration into this Black History Month. Okay, so I am a very big fan of W.E.B. Du Bois, and he did something called Black Lives in 1900 at the World's Fair. And there is a company called SHADEDSTITCHERY, and they made a pattern which was about all of the symbols that he put together. And let me read to you how Du Bois himself talked about this exhibition that he put together. Now, he collected data from across Georgia about people from black people from 1847 to 1900. And he wanted to see what happened with these folks after the Civil War, after slavery, where their lives went, how their economic status went, did they move out of state? And he specifically looked at one state, Georgia. And he took that as a microcosm for the black experience across the South after the Civil War. So he says, he said that we assessed the valuation of all taxable property owned by Georgia Negroes. That's what the whole point was. And he said, this is an honest, straightforward exhibit of a small nation of people picturing their life and development without apology or gloss, and above all, made by themselves. This is how W.E.B. Du Bois described the exhibition of American Negroes, the display at the 1900 Paris World Fair that featured his one-of-a-kind set of infographics. And this company, Shaded Stitchery, has done just that. They have put this together as a pattern. Every single one of those symbols on the pattern is what was displayed in this booth that Du Bois and his college students were getting people interested in. They were brightly colored, they were hand watercolored, they were really beautiful, and they, let me see if I can find this is a whole book about the whole thing, and you can see some of the graphics here. This is Du Bois, right here, and one of the graphics that talks about Negro businessmen in the United States, and the graphic is between, their life currently in the 1900s. There are, it talks about economic status, and it talks about the different areas across Georgia. Land owned by Negroes in Georgia, USA, 1870 to 1900. And it gives you a chart and the colors. There's beautiful photographs that were taken when they were doing their survey. Oh, look at this child's face. Oh, gorgeous. So there is the single and married population and widowed population. So there's all kinds of research that he did. He basically did this huge sociological study of the African Americans of this time. As he says, the Negro, that was the standard language back then. That's not what we would say today, but that's all right. We're a different culture. It's what we do now. He talks about crime, poverty, and also about the population around the world. And he has this very interesting, all of the continents, and that says, Negro population of the United States compared with the total population of other countries. Talks about the population of free men and slaves among American Negroes, and it goes 1790 through 1870. So of course 1870 it was 100% free, but you can see that from that period of history, that from 1790 up to 1860, of course, and then after emancipation, and then 1870 it says 100% free. So I think it's a really, it is African American history, it's Black History Month, and I think, these are our brothers and sisters, and we have to I feel like I want to share that what I'm learning and what I know and the people that I love of color in my life, and to be able to love them and respect them for me is to know their story. I don't think it's incumbent on other people to tell us their story, especially if there is a whole month in the calendar dedicated to their stories as a nation of people, as a group of people, like the American Indian or the Native people of the Americas. I think it's beholden on us as white Caucasian people who came to this country to find out what the story is. It's not their job to bring us into their sociological story, especially with African Americans and Black people who we enslaved and brought here. So that's not their job to make us feel comfortable about it, right? Our job is to learn and to have respect and to learn their story, because we have part of that story is how we participated in that story. And quite honestly, I got into a conversation with somebody that I love very much about appropriation versus appreciation. And I think a lot of white folk are confused about that. And I just wanted to say, if any of you think that me stitching this, pulling the threads and putting a kit together and stitching this month is me having an appropriation of the subject, I want to let you know what the Google research says about this. And also about Shaded Stitchery, who I contacted and asked them about their opinion about appropriation versus appreciation. Okay, so they said, no, stitching a data portrait in Paris 1900 digital cross-stitch pattern, even as a white person, is generally not considered cultural appropriation. This is because the design is based on historical data in a visualization, not a specific cultural practice or art form that could be considered culturally sensitive. So, the artistic interpretation, cross-stitching is widely accessible craft with long history of adaptation across cultures, so creating a design based on historical data is considered an artistic interpretation, not appropriation. So, and Shaded Stitchery said, thank you for putting the word out. Thank you for telling people about W.E.B. Du Bois and about his legacy, and especially for Black History Month, and how wonderful that is. And so, yeah, that's one of them that I'm doing this month. Yep. And if you would like, I will put a link to Shaded Stitchery in the description below. So you're going to get lots of things to look up today. You're going to get Kesem, you're going to get Shaded Stitchery. Yeah, this is a very cool thing. And just the colors are great. They're the basic, they're all DMC. It looks like if I do this on 18 count, it's going to be a 5 by 5 inch square. And it looks like there's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's only 11 colors, it looks like. 11 or 12 colors. So yeah, and then after you're done with it, they say, I would love to see your stitch. And they give you the website. So I will put that there if you would like to, shadedstitchery@gmail.com. There you go. So they're wonderful. They're a great group of people, and you can email them if you have any questions and see what else they're doing in the world. Pretty cool. Now, I do want to read you my quote from Maya Angelou that I contacted her, the people who take care of her legacy. The folks that take care of her legacy. So I was reading this. This has a wonderful history of her life, and there's an article in here that she writes about. It's called In Her Own Words, and she writes about women. In a celebration of the 25th anniversary of this magazine, Essence. For those of you who don't, any white folk out there that don't know what Essence is, it's a wonderful, wonderful magazine about African American folks and black folks that celebrates them. Anyway, it said in their 25th anniversary, Maya Angelou shared her passionate perspective about the triumphant journey of black women and women in America. So one of the, oh, I love this picture. Ooh. Love her. Love her. Just the strength in her eyes alone is, ugh. Okay. So I wrote to her estate and I said, listen, I was reading about her and I came across this quote and I absolutely love it. And I'm a cross stitcher and I want to put it in a sampler. I will not sell it. I will not sell the pattern. I may show it on my YouTube channel, but I won't sell it. I promise. Could I please use it? And they wrote back and said, yes, of course you may. So they said, just don't, if you're, just don't distribute the whatever, don't sell. So anyway, I highly recommend if you want to use somebody's writing or you want to use their quote, like if you have let's say you have a C.S. Lewis quote or you have some other quote from Tolkien or you have something, all of these people, there's a lot of people that a lot of their writing is in public domain, right? Like Charles Dickens, public domain. You're not going to find anybody that has the copyright on Charles Dickens's writings. You can pull anything from Oliver Twist and put it into a cross stitch pattern. It's fine. Jane Austen, I think, is pretty much in public domain right now. There's a lot of other things, although I could be wrong about that. No, I think she is in public domain now, I think. Oops, I may have misspoken about that. Anyway, if I did misspeak about that, please put it in the comments below, let me know. Anyway, but before you use something, right, before you, even on YouTube, if you're a Flosstuber, you're a YouTube content creator, you have to be careful about what you talk about, or, if you're going to use somebody else's pattern or picture, like Eden, that picture is from an artist named Holly Sierra, and I went to her and said, look, may I please make a pattern? I will not sell it. The pattern belongs to you. I will mail you or email you the max stitch pattern when I make it. I will not sell it or distribute it. I would just for the love of your painting, I would like to do it with a needle and thread. And she said yes. So most artists, if you reach out to them, are very amenable to having you use their quotes or use their patterns, and most estates will let you do that too. It's not that I think anybody is going to, from the Maya Angelou, estate is going to come after me if I, what do I have, like under 500 subscribers? I don't think the word is going to get out that Campbell Eccles is making a sampler of Maya Angelou's words and that somebody's going to come after me. That's not what it is. I'm not worried about being sued. I'm worried about the respect, right? Words are as, her words especially, Maya Angelou's words. Yes, words themselves are not copyrightable, but the way you put them together, the phrases that came together and the way that she said them are so powerful and poetic. I just think we just need to have respect for people's creations. And her words were her creations. She was an incredible woman. Anyway, here's the quote I would like to put into a sampler for her, right? To be a woman is to take responsibility for your actions and for the time you consume and the space you occupy. A quote by Maya Angelou. I just love that quote. I'll read it again. To be a woman is to take responsibility for your actions and for the time you consume and the space you occupy. Yes. So, and there she is. There she is. Ah, yes. And this is her quote in the back of the magazine says, "I can't believe my good fortune. I'm so grateful to be a Black woman. I would be jealous if I were anything else." There she is. God bless you, Maya, wherever you are. We love you. We love you. We celebrate you. So that's where I've done a deep dive recently, this month for February. And now I will give you some information on Eden. I'm on page 42. I have made a little bit of progress. Not a ton. You can see it here. I've done a little bit of progress. You can see that the bird is starting to come through. The bird's head and the eye is starting to come through, and it's sort of sitting on the arm of the lady's arm. And so I will probably, hopefully, maybe get that done this week. And the other thing that I'm going to show you is my temperature chart that I think I introduced to you. Did I? I don't know. I think I talked about Tangleware and the temperature chart, but here it is. As far as February 8th, I think, as far as I got. So what is missing is that I have decided to take a silver silk thread and put it around the bars of the days that are snowing from January and February. So I'm waiting until we're done with February. By the time you see this on the 11th, Virginia may have gotten dumped on with another foot of snow or something. We're expecting 5 to 6 inches on Wednesday and Thursday. So by the time you see this on the 11th, we may have gotten a lot of snow. I don't know. But as you can see, I started putting the months at the top. And then I'm also gonna put like just a silver stitch down the days that it snowed, because I think that would be cool. I mean, it is a temperature record of this year, 2025, in the year of our Lord, 2025, here in Virginia. And then at the bottom, I'm gonna put Waynesboro, Virginia. So it'll know, I'll remember where I was in the world. If I move from Waynesboro, I'll know that was the year, here was the temperature in the town that I lived in at the time, 2025. So yeah, that's it. I think that's my updates for now, guys. I have a lot going on in future videos. I've got a lot of new stuff to show you, but I'm gonna wait. I'm not gonna put it all in one video today. I'm gonna wait. And yeah, I have new patterns and new cross-stitch tools and accessories, things to show you, and they shall be unfolding as our year goes on together. Thank you for watching, and if you really have gotten to this point in the video and you want to subscribe, that would be wonderful. I also wanted to let my fellow subscribers know I have heard that I didn't see your video. When did you do it? Okay, so here's what you need to do. When you subscribe, you need to click the button and you'll see a list and go all the way up to the top and it says all. So when you subscribe, click the button and go all. And that means that you will get notifications of all the videos that I put out for Stitch Therapy. As well as Cam Echo is stitching, but I don't think I'm going to be doing any live stitch-alongs for a while because I have so much new stuff to tell you on Stitch Therapy that I don't think I'm going to go back to Cam Echo is stitching for a while. Maybe, but I don't think so. So yeah, click subscribe, go to all, and then you will get all of the videos from any of your favorite YouTubers, including mine. And if you have made it to this far in the video, I assume that you like me, so I would love to have your support with a subscription and a like, because that helps the algorithm tell more people about me and about us and what you and I are doing on this channel. Again, if you have photos that you would like to send me, I will put a link down below for my email address, and you can send me your cross-stitch pictures, and I will be happy to show them at the end of my Stitch Therapy. Right now I'd like to show you more about Kesem. and show you what Daniel's doing this summer. And if you would like to donate and help a child who is dealing with cancer in their family, and to help them process that horrific event, and help them not only survive the event, but to thrive in their lives. And I have a niece and a nephew who are living proof that you can survive, thrive, and give back to your community. Even in the face of cancer. So, thank you. Thank you, Tucker, for bringing them into the world. We love them. Thank you, Daniel, for sending me a video and asking me to donate, which I did. And thank you, Molly. I love you. I love you both with all my heart. And thank you to you for watching. I love you all. And I'll leave you with metta. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be peaceful and at ease. May you be free from suffering. May you be well. Until next time, guys, blessings. All the best.